So today we're going to be doing an easy fall makeup look for over 50. And guess what? All the makeup products are drugstore. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Cat's Eye Beauty. And if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm over 50 years old and I love testing out makeup and skincare products, everything from drugstore to high-end and everything in between. And today it's all about an easy fall makeup look for over 50. Now for me, fall screams pumpkin spice lattes or Oktoberfest. Yes, that is my one thing that I have to do every year is Oktoberfest. You know, drink beer, do the chicken dance, and eat lots of bratwurst. So I came up with this fall look and I couldn't wait to share it with you because it's super easy to do. So let's get into it. Now, today I did my look a little bit different. I started out with my eyes. Now, I went ahead and started out with my eyebrows and I used a different method. Now I know what's getting really popular these days is the laminated or brushed up bushy eyebrow. Well, I thought I would test it out and I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. Now I've actually been using this over the last couple of months and really enjoying the process. Basically what you do, it's a brow freeze gel. It's clear and you brush it through your eyebrows to brush them up to make them look bushy. Now, because I plucked out all my eyebrows in the 90s, I have very sparse eyebrows, but I find using this particular method and brushing them up makes them look a little bit fluffier. Plus, you're actually opening up your eye a little bit wider. I know, with the eyebrows, yes. So you just take a little bit on a spoolie and you brush it through your eyebrows. Now, I know it looks a little funny at first, but don't worry. You're gonna go back over it with color as well as shaping them. So after you apply brow freeze, you're gonna let it dry down. Now, if you've never done a brow freeze before, it feels a little strange, but don't worry, you'll get used to it. It dries down and it actually freezes your eyebrows in place. I went in with the Benefit POWMADE Brow Pomade. Now, you know I've been absolutely loving this POWMADE and I love the brush that I got with it. It's just a nice little tiny angular brush where you can carve out the shape of your eyebrows. And once you carve out the shape of your eyebrow, you take the spoolie end and disperse the color throughout your brows. I find it makes it look a little bit more natural, but remember, go in with a very light hand because this is very pigmented and I'm in the shade 3.75. But like I said, I did start out with my brows and that's how I normally put on my makeup. Start with your brows and then continue. After my brows are done, I went in with eyeshadow. I recently did a shop my stash and I found all these eyeshadow palettes from ColourPop and I thought, wow, I found some beautiful neutral colors that were just sitting there not being used. The other eyeshadow palette that I found from ColourPop was the Cream Soda. And it has such beautiful neutral shades. I went all over the lid with this peachy tone here after I primed my eyes with the GERARD Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Primer, and I found that it was just a nice all over shade. And then I went in with this deeper shade through here for my transitional shade. It buffed out super easy and it just gave my eyes a little bit more definition. For all over the lid, I went in with the new Flower Beauty's Desert Lights Shadow Palette. Now this eyeshadow palette contains 6 shimmering, creamy, and warm shades that deliver intense color with a soft prismatic finish. What I love doing with these shades is just taking it on my finger and just patting it onto my lid, all over the lid for that nice intense pop of color. I went in with the deepest shade, Terra, and you know what? Out of all the shades, this one has the least amount of glitter. I mean, look at the pigment on that. It is a nice, stunning chocolate brown, but once you pop it onto the eye, it just like takes on a life of its own. It's stunning, and let me swatch it for you. But look how beautiful that is. I just popped it all over the lid and then I softly blended it out up towards my crease. Super easy peasy. You just tap it in, blend it out, and you're basically set with an eyeliner. I feel with this type of look, you really don't need a liner on top of your lashes, but I did line my waterline. You know I love doing my waterline because it just adds a little bit more definition to my eyelashes. For eyeliner, I went in with Flower Beauty's Forever Wear Long Wear Eyeliner. And I find that it's super creamy and super easy to apply and smoke out as well. It's also retractable. So I've actually been really enjoying this particular eyeliner. And then for mascara, Oh my gosh, I went in with one of my favorites. I went in with Maybelline Sky High Lash Sensational Mascara. You guys, I've forgotten how good this is with the flexible wand and how tiny it is. And I love how I can get into the corners of my eye and get to those tiny little lashes. By the way, I've been testing out a new eyelash serum to grow my skimpy little lashes. So I will be definitely featuring that in an upcoming video. So stay tuned for that. You guys, this is Drugstore. It's available. You can get it anywhere now. Before, I know about 6 months ago, you couldn't find it anywhere. Absolutely love the Sky High Lash Sensational Mascara by Maybelline. For my complexion, you guys, I have been obsessed with the number 7 Protect and Perfect all-in-one foundation. Ever since you guys told me to test it out, I cannot put it down. It is such a beautiful hydrating formula with an SPF of 50. It has medium coverage, but I found that you can build it up. Now that we're getting into cooler weather, I find myself reaching for a foundation that has just a little bit more coverage. I love summer and I love using my tinted hydrators and tinted moisturizers, but sometimes in the fall I want a little bit more coverage. It's a beautiful consistency. It's super easy to apply. I mean, I just apply it with my fingertips and it just blends perfectly onto my skin. And then I just buff it in with a dampened beauty sponge. So this is quickly becoming one of my absolute favorite foundations. But yes, thanks to you, of course. Now for bronzer, I was in Walmart the other day and I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. I don't think I've ever tried it. It's the L'Oreal Bronze Please Bronzer. I mean, first of all, look how big the pan is. It will take you forever to hit pan on this. And it was so pretty because it's a matte bronzer. And it kind of reminded me of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer, but it pulls a little bit warmer, but it's such a stunning formula. It doesn't add any texture to my mature skin, and it just looks beautiful. It just adds the perfect amount of warmth. I just took a big fluffy brush and just swirled it through here, and it just was beautiful. It lays beautifully on the skin, and I think it's lovely. I've also used this as a transitional shade for eyeshadow. I mean, talk about fast. You can easily use this as eyeshadow as well. This is a beautiful matte bronzer. To me, it reminds me so much of the Charlotte Tilbury. It just pulls a little bit warm, but it's silky, it's buttery, and it gives you just that perfect sun-kissed look. And I'm in the shade Amalfi. Amalfi? Amalfi. Now for blush, I wanted to go in with something a little more muted but still have that just flushed look, and I could not help but pick out the WINKY Cream Blush in the shade Tea Time. Now you guys know this is such a unique product. First, the way it's packaged, oh my gosh, it's super cute, and then you open it up and it's like this 3-dimensional rose. Don't let that scare you. You can absolutely go in there with your finger, and the pigment is beautiful. Now I'm in the shade Tea Time, and I find that it's just such a lovely formula. It has just the right amount of pigment where I don't want it too dark on my skin, but once you tap it into your complexion, it just blends in beautifully with your skin. It's a nice light creamy formula. It's not waxy, it's not stiff. It just really glides onto your skin. And I find the shade Tea Time is absolutely perfect with this look, because if you're going to have a strong eye look, you want the rest of your face to be somewhat muted. I mean, you want your skin to look fantastic with no texture, but this is, I feel that this shade is perfect for that. It gives me that natural rosy look without thinking, wow, she's got blush on. You know what I mean? Absolutely love the WINKY Cream Blush. And it comes in several other shades that are just stunning. I don't know what is with me, but I have been really loving a nude lip, especially for the fall. Now for lips, I actually lined my lips today. I know, I never do. But I went in with my all-time favorite lip liner, and that's from ColourPop in Shot Clock. You guys, this is such a beautiful, again, rosy nude, and I find that the formula just glides onto my lips. Some lip liners I find pull a little bit, that's a little rough on my lips. Not this one. This one is super creamy and it has fantastic staying power. It really goes with a lot of my lip glosses and lipsticks. So absolutely love Shot Clock, the shade. For my lip color, I went in with L'Oreal's Brilliant Signature Shiny Lip Stain. It comes in 12 shades and it retails for $11.99. You guys, this is such a stunning formula. I first picked up the shade Be Successful and I fell in love with the stain, how it felt on the lips, how it was shiny, and how it actually stayed on my lips. So I picked up the color Be Uncontrollable. It offers a beautiful stain, but it's shiny at the same time. I find that this shade is so beautiful, especially for the fall. If you want to have that natural, juicy lip, it is stunning. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. I think combined with Shot Clock, I think it's a great combination. For highlighter, you guys, drugstore all the way, baby. I've forgotten how good the Maybelline Perfector 4-in-1 is. I just took a little bit off the sponge tip applicator and dabbed it onto the high points of my cheeks right through here. I find that it's practically a dupe to the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter at a fraction of the price. It just has such a nice light consistency. It's not gloppy or sticky, and it's just beautiful. I wouldn't recommend using like the little applicator here. Just take a little bit on your fingertips and tap it in. I find that it just gives me that beautiful, natural, radiant look, and it's so beautiful. Now, after I put on my powders and set down my foundation and everything, I find that my eyebrows get a little, how you say, powdery. So I like to go back in with my eyebrows with the e.l.f. Wow Brow. Now, this is just eyebrow brush to comb into your eyebrows and add a little bit of more definition to thicken your eyebrows. This is such, to me, in my opinion, a dupe to the Gimme Brow from Benefit. And I think this is just $4. I find after I put on everything, my powder, my eyeshadow, I just like to take a little bit and just comb it through my eyebrows. Ooh, gray hair. And I like to just brush it through my eyebrows just to give those hairs a little bit more oomph, if you will. But yes, and I find that it just creates a really natural looking brow. But what do you think? So I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today and creating this easy fall makeup look for over 50. I think with the number 7 foundation, the Protect and Perfect, I think it's brilliant for our mature complexion, especially with an SPF of 50 to prevent us from anti-aging and the sun. I mean, just because it's fall doesn't mean that you don't need a sunscreen. And of course, the Flower Beauty eyeshadow palette with 6 huge pans of stunning, rich, prismatic colors. I think you could just take one shade, swipe it on your lid, and you're good to go. It has beautiful lasting power. It doesn't have a lot of fallout, and the pigment is for days. Then of course, the L'Oreal lip stain. Not only is it just a stain, but it's super shiny and juicy as well. I love the shade Be Uncontrollable. That's me, uncontrollable. I find it's like the perfect nude for fall. But yes, what do you think? But in my next upcoming video, oh my gosh, I've been testing out a lot of new skincare and I can't wait to share my results with you. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would love it if you would be a part of my family. And if you want to hang out a little bit longer with me and check out some foundation reviews, check out the playlist down here. And for skincare, check out the playlist over here. But for now, mwah, mahal kita, I love you, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.